What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dudes Ascend, where we talk about how to elevate ourselves as men. My name is Hamilton, and today we are on day 20 of the 21-day NoFap, No Porn Challenge. We're almost to the finish line, folks. Today, I want to talk about a very helpful online resource, online community, the NoFap community, NoFap. If you have found my videos here, you're probably already aware of this movement, but basically what it is, it's like hundreds of thousands of men in particular, but I think some women also, who are interested in this journey of quitting porn, getting away from porn and masturbation, and there is just a wealth of information on their forums. There are Reddit forums, there's a website with tons of information, and so on the website, on Reddit, there's like conversation threads where people share their stories, their experiences, their tools and tips for success. There's tons of scientific research shared on there all the time that talks about the effects on the brain, the effects that porn has, different sociological studies, all kinds of things. There's just so much information and experience shared there. It's really, really valuable. Now, the one note of caution I will say just about using this as a tool for success is that just in general, more time that you're spending on the internet and on the computer is kind of like more time that you're sort of in a vulnerable spot. So what I recommended in one of my previous videos is like having kind of a technology-free home environment where you have your computer and your phone put away. And this is, again, it's kind of, I know this is kind of an extreme measure, but for someone who's got a serious addiction or serious compulsions, it can be really helpful. So if you want to spend time engaging in the NoFap community and talking on the forums and just reading information, maybe in that circumstance you would take your computer to the coffee shop or something and do your work there. And but anyway, it's just a recommendation because, like I said, it's a very small barrier or a very small line between being on the internet, finding helpful information, and then you're just ultimately you're kind of like a few keystrokes away from something that could be very dangerous for relapsing. So just a thought there. Ideally, the more time you can get away from the internet, away from your computer, probably you're speeding up your healing process with that. But if you are going to be on the computer, looking at and reading things like this can be extremely helpful. So for day 20, I'm on day 20. My day 20 check-in, I'm feeling a little bit like irritable and tense today. My wife and I got a little bit, we were getting affectionate with each other, and it just kind of escalated a little bit to where we're fooling around probably a little bit too much. For me right now, I'm practicing abstinence during this challenge, not just from porn and masturbation, but from sex in general. And really, for me, I've found that what really simplifies the whole like sobriety process is just to, anytime I'm getting aroused at all, calm myself down, like pretty much trying to avoid any kind of sexual arousal. So kind of went away from that a little bit with my wife yesterday and this morning. We're just there's an interesting like catch-22 here, and when you are practicing abstinence and refraining from orgasm, you're building up a lot of sexual energy, and a lot of men in the NoFap forums will talk about, wow, there's like superpowers, NoFap superpowers, and oh my gosh, like women are so much more attracted to me. If you're doing it just for that reason, if you're trying to quit porn just to like be more attractive to women or have more women come to you, you're kind of doing it for the wrong reasons. It should really be about bettering yourself and clearing your own headspace and becoming more present and just like happy in general. But it is true that kind of a natural side effect of that, I don't know exactly why, but there does tend to create more of a magnetism and an attraction between your partner or potential partners. And I think it's just because you're not. It's probably multiple reasons, right? But you tend to be separating yourself from this kind of selfish, lustful, like give me energy, and becoming more just present, a lot more confident, and just feeling in touch with your own like power and your own self, and that presence is attractive. It just is. So it's funny. It's a good thing, but it's also can make the whole journey a little more challenging, especially if you are in a relationship and you're with your partner all the time, and like there's this increased magnetism and increased attention, and trying to stay balanced and stay true to what your goals are and sort of like practice that abstinence just becomes a little bit more challenging in that circumstance, right? So that's kind of what I've been experiencing the past couple of days. I mean, like I said, again, it's really enjoyable to have that spark there and to experience that, but it just takes a lot of vigilance and sort of like mindfulness. Okay, yes, this feels great. Yes, like we could have great sex right now. That would be awesome. But I've also committed myself to this goal, and I want to stay true to that and stay on track. And down the road, maybe then we can come back to that, because I've already had the experience of having sex a lot and orgasming a lot. What I haven't experienced is going 30, 60, 90 days without sex or without orgasm. I don't know what that's like. And from reading the different guys' experience on NoFap, I'd like to see what happens in my life and the way I feel at the end of 90 days potentially. I haven't decided if I want to try to go that long, but I say 90 days because that is sort of the generally agreed upon time period of where you really have to abstain from something or stay away from something to allow the brain to fully heal from an addiction. So 90 days is sort of like the standard benchmark for that, for healing an addiction. I chose 21 days for this video series just to, like from the first video, right, was just to experiment and see, do you even have a problem? And if 21 days feels really difficult, then you probably do have something that you might need to work on. So hopefully this video series has been helpful. I hope that I've sort of given you guys, anyone that's looking for help with this, a nice like toolkit of things to try. Hopefully you are trying different things and making progress. And like I said, it's progress, not perfection. Don't expect to change everything overnight. But if this is helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. And tomorrow will be our last day. We're going to stay on track. Talk to myself here. I'm going to stay on track. Yeah, we will get through it together. As always, comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. And I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.